Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to convert from your 1 gallon generic fuel tank over to the Chapman pressurized container. Same thing, 1 gallon. Okay. What you're going to need for this is your cap, your vent cap. You'll see this in the previous video I did when we made that one and we installed it right here. Okay. Also, you'll definitely need the 3D printed cap, which is going to replace this handle here, and some sort of screwdriver for prying, which you'll see here in a moment. So the first thing to do is, from your previous build, if you did this mod, is you'll need your fuel hose setup with bulb. Okay, so all I did was take it off of this one because we're going to transfer everything over to here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is get the pressure cap up, lift it out like so, take your screwdriver. It's got 2 tabs here and here. I don't know how well you can see it, but all you got to do is press in on it from the side here. Okay, lift one side up, lift that side up, and take it out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove the cap. Okay, and then here what we're going to do is we're just going to push and get this cap off. Okay, save it for later. Then there's an O-ring here. We need this O-ring. So again, use your screwdriver just to get it in here and get the O-ring off. Okay, we don't need this part anymore. Now you're going to take your cap. It's got a groove already set up for the O-ring. Go ahead and lay it in there. And that's it. Okay. Now take your vent cap and you're going to mount it onto your 3D printed cap. That's going to go in like so. This part is pretty much already done. That's how simple it is. Okay, screw it down. You're all set there. Go to use it, vent the cap. Okay. Now here, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this. And we're going to go ahead and save this. We're going to reuse this. We're going to pull it out of this hose. You're going to keep this O-ring here. And you're going to keep this piece here. And then go ahead and pull this line cap on. Or off, I rather. Alright. So now here, you're going to take your hose. You're going to mount this like so. Then you're going to put this on here. Now this has a split on it, so it makes it very easy to take on and off. Set it where you want it. Get your O-ring over it. like that. That's the setup that you want. Okay. Now we're going to take this. This kind of has like a sort of filtration system at the end of the hose. So it's up to you whether you want to stick some sort of inline fuel filter here or not. I'm not going to bother. This black tube that's in there is to give it strength on this line here when it clamps down, so it doesn't pinch it off. So all you got to do is stick it in there. Okay. Mount it back in. And that's it. You are done. Your fuel tank is ready to go. On a side note, I do use two different containers. This is a 2-gallon Chapin model. Here's the 1 gallon we're just viewing. Both parts are interchangeable as far as the cap and as far as the connector here. Okay, so what I wanted to show here was the difference in length when you buy the 2-gallon and the 1 gallon. But the 2-gallon stem will fit into this 1 gallon. So if you were going to run a dual setup like this, depending on what you were going to do for range when you're using your outboard, then this is the reason I like going with the 2 gallon sometimes, because I need more fuel than the normal day outing that I use with 1 gallon. So in this scenario, go ahead and run your 2-gallon line, excuse me, in your fuel hose. Everything else still applies. Get your O-ring down to where it needs to be, and your collar. Okay, and as we'll see here, the cap is totally interchangeable. Okay, then you run your internal fuel line in. Okay, and again, now you're done. You have your 2-gallon fuel setup. Now, like I mentioned before, just going back to your 1 gallon, it's just a simple matter of transferring your parts back over, and you really don't have to do anything about your line here. Just get it in there, let it wrap around. Oops. You don't want to cross thread it. Get it locked in there, and there you go. You're all done with your 1 gallon, and your 2 gallon is on standby, depending on what you want to do.